Alright, you guys, so we are still in equation of a circle. This is slide number 20. Yeah, I'm just going to keep this real with you guys. Completing the square, not the easiest thing in the world to do. Just keeping that real. It is something that you've learned in Algebra 1, but, frankly, that was over a year ago. I don't know that you guys remember how to do it because it's so kind of obscure. It's not something that you do over and over and over again. All right, so with that being said, yeah, let's just get into it. There's no GeoGebra here. It's all algebra skills. Let's see if I can make this bigger. All right. Whew. Not looking forward to this, y'all. Completing the square is not the most fun thing to do. Okay. So, what we're doing is we're about to fill in some steps, it looks like, to put a standard form of the equation of a circle, I'm sorry, the general form, my bad, into the standard form. And standard form is really what's on the ACT. So, step number 1 is you write down what the problem is. So I'm going to just type all this in so you guys can kind of see my steps. So we got x squared. Now, I'm going to rearrange the problem here so my x's are together. So I'm going to put the minus 8x, because I want my x's to be grouped together, plus now my y squared. Now I'm going to put my plus 12y, because I want my y's to be together, plus 27 equals 0. All right, that's just what I've been given here. Okay. Next thing, I need that 27 to be on the other side. So I need to subtract 27 to the other side. Subtract 27 to other side. All right, so I'm just going to keep the x squared and the x together. I'm going to keep the y squared and the y together. The only thing I'm doing right now is subtracting 27 to the other side. X squared stays the same. Minus 8x stays the same. Plus y squared stays the same. Plus 12y stays the same. Now I'm going to subtract that 27 to the other side. So that means I'm going to have 0 minus 27 is a negative 27. All right. Hope everybody's okay with that. Now, here's, honestly, I call it kind of weird. I'm going to go back and I'm going to put a plus with a blank. I forgot how to do a blank. Oh, I'm getting smaller. Hang on a second. I guess I just put a blank. All right, I'm going to do the same thing behind that 12y. Plus, I'm going to leave a blank. Okay. The blank is a number I'm about to put in. I got to put it in here. I got to put a number in here. And I got to put a couple of numbers in over here on the right side. So, and this is going to be kind of weird. But the first thing you do is you take the number in front of x. Not the x squared. The number in front of x, which is a negative 8. Number in front of x. You're going to end up dividing by 2 and squaring that. And I know that's going to be weird. So we're going to take the negative 8. Negative 8. You're going to divide by 2. And then you're going to square that. So negative 8 divided by 2 is a negative 4. Now anytime you square, you're going to end up with a positive number. So we're going to square this. So negative 8 divided by 2 is a negative 4. Squared is a 16. You are going to add that into that little hole right here for the x's. But what you do on one side, you got to do on the other. So you're going to add it to the other side of the equation also. And add. Now the reason why you're always adding, and notice I put the plus on there, is because it's always going to be a positive number. So I've got x squared minus 8x plus my 16 I just got plus the y squared plus the 12y plus, I'm going to leave my blank. I don't know why it keeps putting a dot there. Equals negative 27 plus 16. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is take this 12. That's the number in front of y. I'm going to divide by 2 and square it. Same thing with y. 12 divide by 2 and square it. And we're going to add that. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 squared is 36. So this dot, I guess, that was there is going to be a 36. And what you do on one side, you do on the other. So plus 36. Okay, so I know that's weird. But we're leaving a blank. We're leaving a blank. We got some numbers over here that are going to be added in. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. Square that, you get a 16. So we're going to put a 16 in the placeholder, 16 on the right side. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Squared is 36. Put a 36 in that blank, 36 on the other side. And that's probably the weirdest step there is. Okay. Now, you're looking for, in the next step, the number before you squared. Now, the number before I squared and the number before I squared is what goes in the second set of parentheses. That's my h and my k. So you're going to open up your parentheses, x. All right, so what's negative 8 divided by 2? Well, that's a negative 4, so it's going to be x minus 4 squared. That's going to be your h. Plus, our parenthesis for the y. And again, it's the number before you squared. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. That means I'm putting in a plus 6. That's going to be your k. So that's how you get your h and your k. It's whatever the number was before you squared it. So negative 8 divided by 2 was a negative 4. Boom. 12 divided by 2 is a 6. Boom. That's going to be your h and your k. Now I got to figure out what these are combined. So I'm going to go to my calculator. So I got a negative 27 plus 16 plus 36. I got a 25. And looks like I'm done. My h and my k were positive 4, negative 6 because they changed signs. And the radius is a 5 because the square root of 25 is 5. Whew. So it's not the easiest thing to get. They probably did more steps than I did. Yeah, because I tend to skip steps because it's a little faster. All right. Number 2. Using the standard form of an equation in question 1, what are the length of the radius and the coordinates in the center? All right. So remember they changed signs. So my center comes from the number that's in with the x and the number that's in with the y. They changed signs. So it's going to be a positive 4, negative 6. The square root of 25 is 5. That's why they have a 5 squared here, so the radius is 5. All right, 4, negative 6, and the radius is 5. Okay. Question number 3. Oh, we got a GeoGebra. All right, so open that up. Is it blank? I guess it's a blank GeoGebra. All right, plot the circle from question 2 by entering the standard form in the equation in the input window. Oh, okay. All right, cool. So let's see. That's going to be x minus 4 squared. Oh, looks like a parabola so far. Plus y plus 6 squared equals 25. All right, so let me see if I can, okay. All right, there it is. Oh, I need my center point. Well, I guess it's 4, negative 6. 4, negative 6, yeah. Okay. Okay. And they apply the same circle general form and equation. Okay, so now they want the general form. Oh gosh. Well, it's just gonna sit on top of the other one. But I do what they tell me to do. All right, so x squared plus y squared. X squared plus y squared. Minus 8x plus 12y. Minus 8x plus 12y. Plus 27 equals 0. Oh man. I gotta retype it all now. Well, Lord, y'all, it just sits on top of the other one. It just sits on top of the other one. Okay. Same. Paste a screenshot. All right, so yeah, they're the same. I mean, they're gonna both be so. They're both be right there. All right, so they want a screenshot. I'll do a screenshot. Insert image, choose file. Mine is always on my desktop, and apparently it didn't go through. Huh. There it goes. That did it. All right, submit that. Yep, same. All right, question 4. The equation of a circle in general is ax squared plus by squared plus cx plus dy plus e equals 0, where a and b cannot be 0. How do the coefficients c and d change as the center of the circle cross over the x-axis and y-axis? How do the coefficients c and d change if the radius of the circle changes? Experiment with different circles using the general form of the equation in GeoGebra if you wish. Okay. Ooh, they ask a lot. Okay, so let's take this one thing at a time. C is negative. If the center is on the right of the y-axis. Okay, C is positive if the center is on the left of the y-axis. Okay, now I don't think D's going to change. Yeah, D's not going to change. D will not change if moving left or right. Okay, now let's tackle what happens to the D and to the C. All right, so D is negative if the center is above the x-axis. D is positive if the center is below the x-axis. It's kind of opposite what you might think it was going to be. Now, C is not going to change. C doesn't change if the center moves above or below the x-axis. Okay. Now, finally, they ask about the radius. That's not going to affect your C and your D at all because the center is the center no matter what. The radius is just going to change how big the circle is. So the radius does not affect the C or D. That's a lot. Okay. Self-eval. All right, so you guys, completing the square is definitely not the easiest thing to do. They only kind of give us one little example, but I guarantee you're going to be doing a few of them. So submit that. And yeah, I'll put some videos on YouTube to help you with this one, y'all. Like I said, completing the square is something you learned in Algebra 1, but it doesn't mean that you remember how to do it, and it's not something that comes easy.